In this video, I want to share how doing something as simple as controlling how I read the news has helped reduce my anxiety and also made me more informed than ever on current events. I used to love reading the news on my phone. Every time there was a new notification, I would jump in and read. It made me feel like I was staying up to date and not missing out. But the problem is that it's always on. My phone was a constant conveyor belt of notifications, breaking news, updates, the lot. My stress levels were sky high. It felt like my brain was hooked on a drip feed of information, and looking back, most of it was like junk food. Stress often comes from feeling out of control, and news is relentless. It's always there, always on, always demanding attention. Every ping, every buzz was a reminder of something else to worry about, some other horrible thing that has happened. I came to the realization that I didn't need real-time news anymore. Now, I'm not taking away from how horrific and world-changing some of these stories are, but I asked myself, do I really need to hear about this right now? Would hearing about it a little bit later really be that bad? You know, like how it used to be before the internet. People survived back then. I'm sure I can do the same. So one day, I held down on these news app icons, watched them jiggle, and tap by tap, they were gone. No more pop-ups about political scandals or celebrity mishaps during my lunch break. No more anxiety-inducing headlines blinking at me from my bedside table right before sleep. By removing these constant interruptions, I took back control. The change was subtle, but significant. My phone became a tool again, not a source of stress. Now, it's not a silver bullet. I still have to deal with stress from other areas of my life. But this one step made a surprisingly big difference. Now, of course, I can't just stop reading the news. I can't become some sort of hermit and shut myself off from the rest of the world. So instead, I found an alternative. So what I did was I set up a daily news digest via email. Just one email every day, curated with top stories, waiting for me when I choose to engage with it. Almost all of the news channels offer this, so if you do some digging, you can sign up to the channel that you like to get your news from, or even better, find an impartial curated list of stories to help reduce bias. So I didn't bury my head in the sand and block out all news. I just tidied up the information flow into my life. By limiting my exposure to a once-a-day email update, the news became information again, not an emotional roller coaster. I had the headspace to process it, to think critically about it. And guess what? My conversations about current events became richer because I was informed, yet not overwhelmed. I was able to truly dive into the biggest stories rather than quickly glance at them or just read the headline like I did when I got the news through my apps. Now I can choose when to engage with the world's problems on my terms, in a way that doesn't hijack my emotions with every headline and allows me to sit down and process the news in a level-headed, balanced way. So, this is my nugget of wisdom for you. Take control of how you consume news. Delete those apps. Choose when and how you get your updates. It's empowering to engage with the world on your own terms. On top of this, there's another reason why I feel that I'm more informed than before. I believe a daily email is less biased. You have to understand how news apps work. They're designed to be addictive. They want to keep you on the app because then you will see more ads and the news companies will get more revenue. This means that they use algorithms that tap into our psychological vulnerabilities. The infinite scroll, the pull to refresh feature, and personalized feeds create a loop of habitual checking that is super addictive. This slot machine effect keeps us coming back for more under the disguise of staying informed, when in reality, we're often just cycling through repetitive or unimportant content. But it is this personalized feed that is the scary one. News apps will push news to us that it thinks we will like. So if you have a particular viewpoint, the news apps will send news to us that supports that viewpoint, rather than a range of stories that might make us question that viewpoint, or at least critically think about it. What this does is it creates echo chambers that reinforce our pre-existing beliefs. The beauty of a curated daily email is that it's not personalized. It is one email that goes out to everyone who signs up. So it's not tailored towards one person. It's not supporting your views. It's more balanced and open-minded. Now, of course, the people curating the email could be biased, but I think that is still better than relying on an algorithm that is designed to keep you coming back for more. So give it a chance. Try it out for a week or two. The worst that could happen, you'll miss out on some real-time updates, but you might just gain some real-time peace and lasting knowledge. And that's a trade I'd make any day. I'll see you in the next video.